Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Is anyone out there? Is anyone out there? Can you hear me? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to give it just a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and give the recap, the review on Season 5, Episode 9, Love and Marriage Huntsville. As you know, we are still on the blackout. So I'm going to be bringing it to you, let you know what went on last evening. So just give it just a couple of minutes and I will start my review. I put up the link in the comment section in case someone come in and wants to join me. It is early where I am. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. So I want to get this out of the way because I did not want to interfere with you guys' church services today. And I have a lot to do tomorrow and during the week. So I'm getting it out of the way today. Come on in. Grab your coffee and come on in. Come on in. While we're waiting, just give you a rundown. We have some new blood on the scene now. It's Stormy's husband. And Kimmy goes in the confessional in this episode. And Marcel called himself giving advice to Stormy's husband. And we'll talk about it. Okay. And 8, 9, and 10. Hello, everybody. This is Joanna. This old lady talks. Go ahead and hit the like button for me. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done it already. I watched the Love and Marriage episode because we are still supporting the blackout, and I wanted to bring a recap to you, my subscribers, on today. The blackout, I hope their own network, well, the blackout for one thing is working. From what I hear, the numbers are dropping. And I hope that OWN Network gets the picture and the point that we as viewers do not, we like a little drama in this place. But to the ratchetness that it was showing on African American families was ridiculous, and backing up and all of that two-timing grinning with Carlos King and thinking that we just loving it and sucking it up. But as you know, we, like I say, we like a little drama, but that was getting out of hand. And Melody speaks good about the blackout, you know. She says she don't see anything wrong with us doing it. So anyway, with this being said, let me get on with the show. Well, the fellas uh, all met up at the gym. Okay, so they all was suiting up and all together at the gym, and Martell say, you know, that's really not his thing. Basketball is not his thing. Football is Martell's thing. And Stormy husband was there. And so season 5, episode 9. Okay. All right. So they're all there, and you know, and after a while, they played a little bit, then they sat down. Then Martell and you know, was sitting there with his legs all wide, showing off his physique. Martell was. And so then you saw Stormy husband, he was looking, he could shoot basketball, Stormy husband can. But Marcel, with his mouth, after they sat there, because they were just like bonding. That's what that was, a bonding time. So, nobody wasn't really shooting no basketball, if you ask me. So, you say, Marceau said that last week, the guys were all at each other's throat, and today, look at us, you know, we're all together. Women, they hold stuff in, and they carry grudges and stuff like that. And so, anyway, when Courtney, that is Stormy's husband, he's the new man on the block, Courtney. So he said that that Stormy was having all the women over to his house, and they said, what? And then Martell told him, you better get a bodyguard or something over there. He said, I don't think it's going to be like that. He said, they Christian women, you know, he's a country man, and he's a real husband. He's a real husband. For me, I get a good vibe from Courtney. And anyway, Marceau says to, let me tell you, Martell tells everybody that Melody invited him to Destin, Florida to be with the kids, and he was so excited to do, you know. He say, you know, we always did that as a family. I believe in family. Honey, come on in, honey. So Marceau really kind of was he didn't seem right when he said that to Martell. He said, isn't that giving the kids the wrong impression? Then even Maurice put in his 2 cents and says, like, yeah, his family, his mom and dad used to do that, and it was like, give them the wrong impression, but made them have hope and stuff, you know. Even he mentioned that Monster, you know, wanted him and Kyle back together. So do you think that's a, let me tell you, it's always a great idea for the children to always see the parents being civil with each other. In this case, especially Martell and Melody, because we know that it was a rough road with those two. So, yes, Why would Marceau say something like that? He say that's what you call co-parenting. That's what Martell said. But let me tell you, but we all remember when all this was going on the YouTube, him suing Melody, dragging her all over the internet and all of this. And it didn't seem like that was effectively, that looked like he was trying to drag her and stomp her in the ground. That's what it looked like to me. But looked like to me he's had a change of mind, or change of heart, I should say, because he doesn't seem like the same Martell as what, I'm looking at right now, But now look, they could go back and see if it's anywhere written down that he said anything about their mother. It's on there. If someone even have it on their channel, because Martell was really rough. Hey, Arnan. Hey, Arnan. You want to come on up? You can come up, honey. I know you're tired from last night, but you're welcome to come up and join me. And so, anyway, so the men were all finished. And then after a while, the G-Wagon pulled up. And then the next thing, there was Stormy and Melody. Both of them pull up. And they get out. Both of them. One with a gold and one with a white. So they go into this place called Dream Makers or something like that. Dream Makers. And I enjoyed myself in at your house last night, honey. I really did enjoy myself. So anyway, they went in, and so Stormy came in and Melody came in, and I was glad to see both of them together. And Stormy was telling them that, they have a room in the back where you can actually take a picture of your aura. And Melody say, oh, wow, we're going to have to go back there and do that. And then she say, well, I need some crystals of protection. And she said, what you need protection for? That's what Stormy asked Melody. And she say, because you see what's going on around me with people. And so Melody, she said, yeah, I do see it. That's what Stormy says. And so the next thing you know, Stormy say, well, look, I'm setting up a dinner for all the girls. Melody look at, that Melody look like, oh, no. Ain't stood enough. So Mel wasn't checking for that. You know how she get that little look, But anyway, Stormy was saying, just keep up the good vibe. And she said, who all's going to be there? Who all's going to be there? So she started out with Kimmy, And she said, Kimmy's going to be there. And then she said, Destiny's going to be there. And Tiffany and Letitia. And then she say, do you, I don't know, because I ain't trying to be me in no fences with nobody. But anyway, she say, I don't know. But anyway, they went on. Okay, after a while, you see Courtney, that is Stormy's husband. You see, he and Marceau at this building. So I don't know if this is the building that's suing him or not. It looked like a hotel. And he say this was his first building, and he built this place, and he's a commercial building out there. So Courtney asked to say, did Martell help you with this here? That's what Courtney asked Marceau. Do you know Marceau tell do you know Marceau tell Courtney no, Martell had nothing to do with him? Now can y'all believe that? He said it. Good morning, everyone. Come on in now. And you're welcome to come on and join me if you want to. But anyway, Courtney, let me tell you what Courtney told Marceau. Say, man, I think you got a problem. And he say, oh, you do? He say, yeah, and I think you got a problem with working with women, around women. Say, don't you think so? So I think he's a regular husband. So he say, well, how that work with you? He said, that's how it works with me and my wife. He said, me and my wife worked together. And he said, we made $20 million together. And, you know, it's my wife and I, we work together. Marceau said that he made $17 million. And if he worked with his wife, he would have half of that, and she leave him, he wouldn't have that. So already he's not, you know, looking at the positive side. He's looking at leaving Letitia. Like we talked about over at Ann's house last night. They were saying that, you know, that's what it looked like. Marceau don't look like he is family orientated like the rest of the men. But anyway, it went on to Kimmy. Let me see now. It started out with Kimmy sitting on the sofa, and Maurice built a theater room on the house. And they went on, and he went and, you know, got some sandwiches, and he had fixed them some drinks and stuff, and he brought it to the sofa and set it down. And so Kimmy was looking real sad, you guys, and so he you know, talked to her. He gave her a drink and asked her, did she want a lot of alcohol? And she said yes, and he gave her the drink. So then she proceeded to tell her story. She said that on, I think it was June 14, that she found a lump in her breast. And then after that, by her being a nurse, she know about these things. And then after that, she found a double whammy, another lump in her lymph nodes. I guess that's under the arm. That's where she put her hand. And she said that's a double whammy. Oh boy. Then, you know, I know that Kimmy is a bone carrier. That does not take away from her character. But we as, you know, people, we are praying for this woman because we know this is a real person. And we pray that she is doing fine. And this has been recorded. So I don't know how she's doing just right now, because all we know that they had the bowling for boobies. So maybe she has recovered from the chemotherapy. I don't know yet, so we're going to see. But all we saw was them talking about it, and she said that she had the appointment scheduled for, I think, 14 days, or she said 72 hours, honey, with Carlos. They could be next in December, before we hear that. Y'all know the way he chop up stuff. But anyway, maybe we might get to finally hear the whole thing. And so she said she was struggling with it. And she got a little emotion, you guys. And she started to cry. You know, that was sad. But Then what really kind of touched on when she looked at her husband and she says to Maurice, she say, Reese, I know you didn't sign up for this, you know. Now, it came out like that, and I know she didn't mean it like that, you know. I know what she meant, but he said, sign up for this. And he grabbed her. He said, what do you mean sign up for this? He said, I love you. You know, this is all a part of marriage. And I'm going to be with you. And then she said, well, I'm strong and I don't think I want to, I guess, tell anybody. Because she know how people are. And even we were all, wanting to know. So imagine right there in Huntsville, the castmates and the people that were right around with her co-workers and stuff. So I can see why she didn't tell us as bloggers or, viewers, everything. Now I can see it's coming into play. But it was really just that, seeing that, and even now I'm kind of stoved up because my girlfriend went through all of this, and I remember her pain. I remember the nights being up, and she was all the way down in Florida, and I was all the way up in Alaska. And I could not console my friend to touch her, kiss her, and hug her. I had to do it over a phone during this time. And then me and her husband didn't get along. So, that was another thing. But the fact was that this is a personal thing. And Kimmy say she wanted to just keep it hush, hush for right now until she go and find out what is what, because it may or may not be. So she gonna wait till she go and she finds out. So then after a while, what happened was well, you guys, Lord. Then it went on to Stormy's house. It flipped on to Stormy's house. Stormy had a get together. And honey, let me tell y'all about this get together. It was just off the chain. When you drove up, Stormy had her little dog, Miss Rich Lady dog, and she had a nice, beautiful dress on. She wasn't overly made up. She was just made up just enough with makeup. Okay, then Mel drove up. She came up. Miss Melody Hope, Cherie, she walked up. She had on her beige dress, so nice. Her purse, everything, so nice. Everybody was coming up. And the music, honey, Stormy had it set. The violin was playing, and you can hear it when you come up on to the stage, this violin music. And she did it now. Rich girl vibes. That's what I got, honey. She had this violin music, and the people was coming up, and you can hear the violin music. And then when she showed them to their places and stuff, she had it set. She had the beautiful white pillows and everything just set just right. The oil was just right, And then Tiffany come up. She was nicely dressed, so it's like they had a memo, because everybody was kind of dressed, you know, almost alike, in that type of, for that occasion, really nice. And all these business women been to get together in a social setting, and it's supposed to be a peace meeting, peacemakers meeting. No drama, That's why that Stormy got it together. Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, Destiny come up. She had a nice dress. It was a little short, her and Kimmy had on them short dresses, but they was nicely dressed though. But honey, Destiny come up with a bodyguard. Y'all know that woman? I think it's her cousin. She was not invited to Stormy's house at all. No. And she, I knew that Kimmy wasn't going to tell anybody because she said it at the house that she wasn't going to reveal it to at the party because it was a peace dinner and she didn't want to bring that drama to. Y'all, let me tell y'all this, what Letitia had on, honey. Letitia walked up with a white t-shirt, a white like a sweater shirt, a cut-off shirt with her stomach showing, I believe, and she had on some cut-off shorts, cut off, carrying a cup like she was on the beach. So obviously, she looked like she didn't get the memo because she looked like she was going to somebody's front porch to sip on a drink. So Melody kind of, look over there. Not only Melody, honey, everybody. But y'all know Melody eyes, but they all looked up like, what is this woman looking at? Tiffany and Destiny, you know what I'm saying? They all looking at her like, how dare you walk up in here looking like that? But anyway, she looked like she was kind of ashamed too, But what I'm saying is like Destiny, Stormy did not let it go by when they all sat down to address Miss Destiny. I see you brought an uninvited guest to my house. Yeah, that was very, what word do I want to say with this here? Messy. You do not bring an uninvited 1 plus nothing to someone's home uninvited. Well, Destiny did. Okay, now this is a peace dinner, but she bring a bodyguard like she ready to fight. Okay. Oh boy. Now, they didn't all agree that they weren't going Letitia gonna say in her confessional that, this might be a good thing because this is a peace gathering, and they said that they weren't gonna fight no more. Maybe this is a good thing, but they said on social media, they didn't say nothing about like this in person. So that made me think like Letitia was gonna start something or something like that. But anyway, they were sitting down. So Melody said in her confession, say, wouldn't you know that Destiny gonna come up here with her cousin, what supposed to be her bodyguard to a peace party? That was so disrespectful that you bring someone to bring a plus one to someone's home. without telling the homeowner, the honey, that was just ridiculous. But anyway, after that, Stormy said it again, like I said, addressed Destiny about it. But then she just looked like, giving that messy look with those eyes of hers. So then they went on. And then Stormy said, well, let's play this here game. So they say, oh, Lord, game. So they say, well, okay. They went on like, game, okay? So they took and lit some sage. I don't know if y'all know what sage is. It's like they had some rolled up, and they lit some sage, and then they were just going around like putting the stuff up in the air around the table, doing their affirmation, like peace, and I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to have a clear mindset. That was Tiffany. And, everybody was going to, I think Melody said something like, I'm going to be blessed, and I'm going to keep my peace and love and harmony. And then Miss Destiny, with her messy self, right in the melody talking, there she go coughing. Destiny now coughing. You know what I'm saying? You know how rude Destiny is? Right in the middle of melody, giving her affirmation of having peace and love and all of this, harmony. Destiny goes to coughing uncontrollably. So Melody continued and say, I can be anything I want, and I am going to be and do whatever I want to do. And look back at Destiny. So they were doing like some eye switching, but okay. And so in the confessional, they go Destiny in the confessional talking about Melody talking about that she was getting up talking about peace, love, and harmony, but then she wasn't like that at my relaunching. How many of those things that woman had at Madonna? You know what I'm saying? And how many? 4 relaunches at Madonna? And then she talking about that hot mess thing that she had on, honey, with one in her show enough mess, nasty potatoes like Melody said. But anyway, even Destiny cousin say, she said like, if I do it once, I do it twice. So I don't know what that meant. But anyway, so then they was done with that. Oh my God. Then they got to like, let's do a game. Yeah, they said, let's do a game. So, after, oh yeah, Kimmy, Kimmy, let me tell you about Kimmy. Then it got to Kimmy. When Kimmy got the thing, girl, Kimmy broke down. She couldn't say, so everybody stopped and was looking at each other and looking at Kimmy, looking back and forth. And I don't know, I think it was Melody, it was in confessional. She said, Kimmy said in that she was crying and she would not say what was wrong. Say, for her to be crying, it must be something wrong with Kimmy. So it's letting me know that at this little gathering, this little peace gathering, they didn't even know that Kimmy, unless they show next week that she break down and tell. But anyway, um, no, they went on. But anyway, that went on. I think Destiny even said something too. I think Stormy asked, uh, said something to Melody that she didn't speak to her. So she's still on that. Melody didn't speak to her after the world that saw it. But anyway, Stormy asked her, like this is a peace gathering. So did that make you feel better? Well, honey, let me tell you this right here. We all know from the look at, Destiny and Melody. Okay, between those two, Melody, this Destiny want friendships with Melody, but there's just too much jealousy there. And Melody don't want no parts of that. Melody won't. She would be cordial with anybody, but Destiny has a lot of issues and holding on to a whole lot of stuff, and we all know that Destiny is jealous of Destiny. Destiny is jealous of Melody. And she won't let go, and we're tired of that because that is gone away. But it is they did they were going back and forth and talking in their confessionals, but this was a short episode because they got this thing they were saying, like this game, and Tiffany said this sound more like a therapy type of thing, and this gonna start some fights up in here. This the wrong place to be. Say and because they were going around the corner and said they don't have no issue, but for whatever they said, Tiffany said that she didn't have, she wouldn't, they were saying yes, no, some game they was playing. And Tiffany said she didn't have nothing to do, but everybody brought up the fact that she ran around telling Kimmy stepson monster business at a party. Y'all remember that long time ago. So that's what all that was about, going back and forth like, let's tell what yes or no or how you was feeling. It was a silly game if you ask me. But in the fact that that Kimmy did not tell us nothing. She just cried on this episode. But we gonna see on the next episode that looks like to me Melody is going to actually sit down with Destiny, but it's going to escalate. That's what it looked like to me. And then it looked like to me we might see Kimmy get the diagnosis, okay? And then they didn't show anything about Courtney, Stormy's husband, but we might see a little bit more of her husband, Stormy's husband on here, because I think they're going to start showing more of Stormy. That's what it looked like to me. We're going to start seeing a lot more of Stormy and a lot more of Stormy's husband. And we all know that we saw that they didn't even have Mark in a house or at a restaurant, and even at blank restaurant, to talk about what was going on Love and Marriage Huntsville. They met him in the park, so I didn't see him in the next episode. So you guys, that was all was in episode yeah, in this episode. So this was a peace party, and everybody was, trying to move on and hash stuff out. But it's that destiny and it's that jealousy that everybody is holding against Melody Holt. They just look like to me, everybody just sit and wait for that one moment to just jump and pounce all over Melody for some reason. And that jealousy is ridiculous, and Destiny have issues with look like women look like with power, because it's Stormy. She could barely, look what she did, brought a woman to that woman party. And then Melody, she despised Melody. But anyway, if y'all want to say anything, but if not, that is all. Anybody saying anything in the comments? No, but we all know that that's it. And so we're going to be getting some new blood, and we are still on the blackout. So we enjoyed you on Ann. Thank you for hosting last night party. And we all met over to Auntie Ann's house last night, and I really enjoyed myself. And thank you for having me. You guys, I will see y'all. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful Sunday. And I did upload a Scammers review over on the Christians channel, Joanna's Christians Corner. So y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. And thank you for coming. Bye-bye. Love you too, honey.